Hey. So if you're watching this, you're probably not looking for another diet. You're looking for something that actually works and it feels right. So you've tried different plans that they promise these quick results. I've been there, done that, sis. Bro, I've done it. And you've pushed harder. You even restricted more. You done everything. You blamed yourself when it didn't even last. It didn't last. And somewhere along the way, that health stopped feeling hopeful and it really start feeling heavy. And if that's you, you're not broken. You're just missing alignment. My name is Jocelyn, and I'm a faith-based, science-backed health coach helping you to transform your mind, body, and soul. And this Ready to Transform it was really created for people who wanted real change, not another cycle. You know, I want to share something personal, and I didn't build this program from a theory. All right, I built it from experience. Over time, I aligned my mind, my body, and faith, and I released 75 pounds. But let me tell you how it started. When I was 12 at 200 pounds, I went back and forth in my life all the way through my college years. I played sports. I became an instructor, personal trainer. I did all the diets. I did all the network marketing, the health and wellness supplements. I did everything. And I could not understand why I would lose and gain and it would never stay off. And I went through a really serious time in my life, and I got married, and I was in a really bad marriage, and I lost. That's when I reached my all-time high of 250 pounds. And I was devastated after the divorce. I just tried to find myself. And I cried to the Lord. I said, Lord, what is it? What is my purpose? Like, I'm tired of being this way, feeling this way, having no energy, feeling not confident in who I am, not being someone to impact the world. Like, God, what is my purpose? And when I fell to my knees, God told me clear as day, right? All the things that you love. And health and wellness had been always one of my passions. And I wrote that down, and I started searching and just seeking his face. And I was led to a health coaching program, and I did that. I lost 18 pounds on my own, and then I stopped, and I was like, what happened? Here we go again, right? I cried again. I went back to things that I thought I used to do, and I did personal training. I did supplements. I restricted myself with my diet, everything I used to do. And still, after $1,000 in 1 month, literally, I lost 1 pound. So I gave up. I said, you know what? Forget it. I cried to the Lord again. God, this, and that. And I'm telling you, the very next day, God sends me a mentor. He sends me a coach, by the way, by the name of Coach Sheila Keelty. And she was doing a webinar on how diets don't work and how it's not your fault. And, she talked about hormonal, she talked about the myths and different things like that. And I'm like, oh my gosh, this resonates with me. And I'm going to go for it. This is it. Lord, I know this is, and without a shadow of a doubt. Now, I didn't have the money, but I had the faith. And you know what? I joined, and with her in 3 months, I released over 25 pounds, almost 30. And I continued with her because there were some mindset things that I needed to deal with. And it wasn't just food and nutrition. It was stress, sleep. It was mindset. And after a while, I end up releasing a total, over time's sake, 75 pounds. And it didn't happen overnight. I was inspired by her teaching, her coaching, and the science that she had that I didn't understand, but she helped me to understand in a way that, helped me to remember. And so I was inspired. And I became an advanced certified health coach. And, I went to the Primal Health Institute, that for 2 years. And I started, being part of her coaching groups, and I was learning on how she coached. And now I'm helping other women do the same thing that I did, giving them a blueprint. I published a workbook, a 21-day ready to transform workbook for those women that are ready. This is not for everyone, y'all. So I understand if, it's not what you want to hear, because it's not your typical, diet, woohoo challenge and exercise more. And it's not. And it's going to take some work, but I can, in 21 days, show you how and why things are not working out the way that you think they should. So I deal a lot with hormonal balance. I deal a lot with mindset shifts and faith. And how does that apply? Faith and science put together is unstoppable. It's sustainable. I've kept this weight off now for almost 2 years. And I have not gained it back. And I'm not on a diet. People, Josh, you're on a diet? No, I'm not. I choose what I want to eat. I have a better relationship with food. I no longer let my emotions control the way I eat, because I know the truth. So, you guys, healing my relationship with food. I healed my nervous system. I healed the way that I thought about my body and about God. So the real problem is this. Most people think that weight loss is about willpower. It's not, y'all. It's about stress, blood sugar, hormones, habits, and the belief they're working all together, or they're fighting each other. So when your body is stressed, when your mind is overwhelmed, when your spirit is disconnected, no plan will last, y'all. That's why Ready to Transform, it's not a diet. It is a pure reset. So it's a 21-day metabolic reset. What happens is it integrates science, behavior, and your faith. Not to force to change, but to restore rhythm. I focus on calming cravings. I focus on stabilizing that blood sugar, regulating stress, and building those habits that you actually can sustain. And yes, y'all, we include scripture. Yes, we do. Reflection and obedience, because transformation is just not physical. It's just not physical. And I want you to hear this, not from me, but from the women who've walked it. One woman shared that in 21 days, she lost 8 pounds. But what stood out to her most was those daily devotions, the encouragement and assignments, and how affordable and life-giving the program felt. Another woman, she said that the faith-based science coaching, it brought clarity, healing, motivation, and accountability. And she also released 8 pounds in 21 days. Another shared that she lost 9 pounds, but more importantly, learned about compassion, patience with herself, and finally felt that faith and science actually worked together. And what you'll notice in every testimony is this, y'all. No one talks about punishment. No one talks about extremes. They talk about support, structure, and peace. Now, who is this for? Well, I want to be clear. Ready to Transform is not people looking for shortcuts. No, it's not for trends. It's not for perfection. It's for people who are ready to stop starting over and stop fighting their body and start building health from alignment. Now, if you're willing to show up consistently, my friend, and imperfectly, This works. This really does. This video is not asking you to sign up. It's asking for you to discern. If what I've shared, if it brings clarity, if it brings peace, if it feels grounded instead of pressured, then the next step is simple, y'all. Below, you'll find the option to learn more about Ready to Transform, the 21-day reset. I want you to read through it, pray on it, ask questions if you need to. And if it's aligned, you'll know. Because why? That transformation, it doesn't start with urgency. It starts with obedience. I really want you to hear from God. Now, thank you for taking this time to listen, y'all. Whether you walk with me or not, I pray that you choose a path that honors your body, your mind, and your calling. This is the Ready to Transform way. Love y'all.